Guys, and welcome back to the Gone for 10 show. It's a full house. It's myself, it's Baxter. Round nine's come, it's gone. Baxter, before we go through the ladder, I'll throw it to you. Let's look at that number 16 position first. Talk to me about your team, mate. Where's it going, Ron, so far this year?
Well, like I said to a Manly supporter today, if there's only one excuse and it's the only one I've got, like we only used a maximum of 25 players last year through all our games, and this year, up until this point, round 9, we've used 24. So I think we got lucky with injuries and suspension last year, and we got the same 17 mostly consistently out on the park. So that's what kept us going to the top 4. And this year, it's been the total opposite. So
you know what's worse? I don't think it's the injuries. I don't think it's suspensions. It's you're talking to a Manly supporter. So I think that's the worst thing that's come out of that conversation.
I have to talk to this Manly supporter. Unfortunately, I have to.
Well, let's jump into it. Obviously, you've got the Broncos, Sharks, Rabbitohs, Storm in the top 4 with the Roosters, Manly, Panthers, and the Warriors rounding out the top 8. You've then got the Dolphins, Titans, Raiders, Eels, Bulldogs, Knights, Dragons, Cowboys, and the West Tigers rounding out the bottom 9. Flick it over to Dally M. You've got Payne Haas leading on 23 points. He somehow survived not playing this week. He didn't slide down the ladder. You've got Cleary on 21, Grant on 20, Hines, Walsh on 20, Reynolds and Hunt on 19, Edwards and Miller on 17, and Sean Johnson also on 17 for the Warriors. So let's jump into it. I'll throw it straight back across to you. It is your boys. They did get touched up on Thursday night by Slick Nico. Talk to me about that one.
Well, as we begin, I will crack open this one because that's what I was doing on Thursday night watching these. My team, I shouldn't say this team, but my team play or attempt to play some NRL games. We look good. 1 try, 1 conversion, 79% completion rate, 9 errors. I think the game got away from us about 10 minutes in after we conceded our second and third try. It just wasn't a night for us, and we got the short end of the stick with that, and then I think we lost 4 players due to injury suspension after this game. So not the best. Nano had to sit out apparently for Origin. Who replaces him? We've got a stacked ton of forwards at the moment for Queensland, so no problem in that department. But you just got to tip your cap off to the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. They played well. You can't no fault of our own. We let them into the game, and they took it with both hands, and they made us pay with a 44-6 deficit.
Well, talk to me about this. Obviously, this Nanai, grade 3 dangerous contact. Obviously, research was he was going to get 3 weeks due to loading. He did get the 4th week. But I want to bring your attention to a comparison between, I get there was an injury. I get there was a suspension needed for Nanai. But an accidental hip drop versus Cohen Hess, who goes out there and deliberately sticks his foot out to trip someone. 1 gets a fine, 1 gets 4 weeks. It's almost as if they've gone one step too far in this instance and 1 step too short. Like, you think that trip in should be automatically a week. You've stuck your foot out. You've tried to take someone out.
If they came out and said Cohen Hess has got 2 weeks, I'm not complaining. I'm not going to sit here and complain because that was the most deliberate trip. When you watch it back in on the replays, first time viewing, I was like, oh, this doesn't look too good. I thought he might have got sort of the planning, the foot wrong, and he just got sidestepped. But no, he definitely stuck that leg out. But yeah, look, I don't understand the loading and all that. I thought it was every year the loading sort of washes out, so every year starts off fresh. But when I saw it was the 3rd offence, I was like, I didn't really understand it. I thought it should be 3 weeks, but as you said, it was 3 weeks, but he got with loading 4. So, he'll sit on the sidelines for a while and he'll come back after Origin for us.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, what are your thoughts, I guess, on Nana? Obviously, he's come back. He was injured. He's come back. He hasn't looked like Is it he hasn't looked like his former self, or is it the Cowboys have got so used to attacking without him that they're not putting those bombs up to him? They go into Kyle Feld instead of him. Is that the difference this year? Is it no, just had a breakout season and now he's kind of coming back into it?
Oh, I think you could say it's a bit of both. We only signed him on an extension for 2 years last year. This year, I think we extended it. I think we have extended him again. Not too sure off the top of my head. But yeah, look, last year we really made teams pay when we went to Keeks to Nanai. Kyle Felt, yeah, what a great try scorer he is, but well, we can't just keep going to the same bloke each and every time because teams are quickly and will quickly identify where our attack's from, and we'll be too what is it? I'm off the top of my head. I'm trying to too predictable. That's the one I'm trying to go with. But yeah, look, as I ramble on here, I look down and we have signed Jeremiah Nanai on an extension to 2027 worth $900K per season. So obviously that's on the back of last season's. But hey, he's playing at the moment, unlike other players out there on big coin dollars out there. So I think we just need to get back to basics and find out really what worked for us last year, add to our game plan. So last year's our stepping stone, our foundation, and we just need every year, every game, just add to it so we can move forward and hopefully turn this season around from second last at the moment.
Yeah, well, like you said, there's only one spot down, but there's a lot of growth left in this team, and obviously they do have potential to jump quite high because we see how congested this ladder is this year. But let's